Ready?
Mm-hmm. Sure. Ready? Okay.
Yeah.
Welcome to this school year's first Discovery Dialogue. This episode will focus on family-school partnerships. I'm Mrs. Moore, the principal.
I'm Mr. Martinez, the superintendent, and let us introduce our guests. So, if you'd be so kind to introduce yourselves and your roles at Discovery.
Sure, I am Kelly Hunt Vandervliet. I've been here since 2017 with my students. Mila, she is a 6th grader now, and my other one is in 2nd grade. So I am currently the president of the PAC, which is the parent committee, and then I'm also, because of that, on the school board.
I'm Lisa Gonzalez. I have one kid left here. She's in 4th grade. And then I have a freshman and sophomore that go to Valpo High School. I am our volunteer coordinator starting this year. And I also am president of our school board.
Great, thank you so much for being here. So let's start with some basics. PAC, what is it? And can you tell us about its missions and goals?
Sure. So PAC is organized for the purpose of supporting and enhancing the educational experiences of the students at Discovery Charter School. So what we do, a lot of people maybe think of it as a PTO. It's not unsimilar. What we say PTO on steroids. So we usually have a bigger budget, more fundraising than a PTO. The president also has a position on the board. So we also coordinate all volunteers. We run the school's uniform program. And we just try to support the teachers, which in turn supports the students and makes the whole school a more family-friendly, better place to be.
Okay. Well, that kind of took up my next question, asking what the difference was between a
I
PAC and
combined
a
them.
PTO, because PTO is more of a similar term that people often associate with schools.
I
So,
would say,
great.
yeah.
Mrs. Moore?
Sure. From your perspective, what impact does family involvement have at Discovery?
I would say that it is an integral part of our school community. It really ties together our mission and what Discovery is in bringing our families together and a part of our students' learning, making our families feel important and a crucial part of what we do every day.
Yeah, I agree with the family involvement here. I always think about Discovery, you can be as involved as you want to be or not really involved if you don't have time at all. When I first started, I still had a preschooler. So as much as I wanted to do Carline, and that's a common question we get, you can't do it with a little one, I couldn't. So, but what I could do is maybe every now and then, maybe on my daughter's birthday, I would come in to lunch and help out. So I could still, you can do as little or as much as you want. Today in the lobby, I ran into a family that was new here, a mom, and she was joking, she said to her husband, I just want to quit my job and come into the school every day. She loved it, and she said like the main thing that she was looking for at the last school they were at is that you weren't allowed. You weren't allowed to come in, you were discouraged from coming in. And here, you can come in as much as you want, you're encouraged. It benefits you because you get to know the inside, kind of, all the teachers and the students, and it benefits the teachers because it helps them in big and small ways. So it's really crucial.
And I think it also helps our families see how awesome our staff is. When we know that, but bring our families in, our families are actually able to see that.
From the inside.
Thank you for recognizing, our open door policy, really, in our belief. And I agree that we're very flexible in how much. I think that's great for parents to have that option. My next question: if a family asks why they should volunteer at our school, what would you tell them?
I feel like we kind of touched on that with the last question, but just it's so important to be able to feel the whole picture of what we are and what we do, and just be a part of Discovery.
And I think there's little, you could come every day, like we said, or just once in a while. Don't feel like, oh, I only did it one time. They don't want that. We do. That would be fine. One time for Carline, once a month for Carline. That's great. That's something that, a little bit helps you, helps everybody. So.
And not even coming into school, but things like doing like washing the lunch bags, which seems so silly and mundane, but it's so important and so helpful and saves us a lot of money in doing like little stuff like that.
It all counts.
That's right.
Mhm.
Bringing treats for teachers.
We have hungry teachers. What are the volunteering opportunities available at Discovery?
Volunteer coordinator's got a beat on that.
I made a list because we have a lot. So pretty much anything you could think of. We have needs in the classroom. Teachers have different needs at different times. Carline, lunch rags, recess, we could always use extra help, eyes on the playground, lunch, but kids always need things opened and just, extra help supervising in the lunchroom. Special events, Fall Fest is coming up. We always can use volunteers for a million different things at those events. Copy volunteers, we make copies for the teachers, so each grade has a different time, day that they have dedicated to copies, and we have volunteers come in and do their copies for the week, which saves them an hour or two a week in doing that. Lost and found, we always are needing help keeping that organized, getting labeled items back to students, learning experiences. We have grounds cleanup days, which we will have one coming up hopefully in November. And then script. We always need help at the script desk, selling that in the mornings, which should be starting hopefully in the next month or so.
That's it.
Great, there's a lot of
There's a lot.
opportunities to be involved. If family member schedules don't allow them to come in and volunteer during the school day, how else can they contribute?
That laundry one was one that you mentioned. That's a good one. A lot of times at the end of class parties, we'll have the dirty dishes, and that can be sent home with a student just to be washed and returned. All of our special events that are taking place outside of, like Fall Fest, you don't need a background check for that. They're not at school, so that's another good one. Can you think of some other ones?
Bringing in, because we have teacher snack days once a month, bringing
Yep.
in snacks for those days is huge. Sending in like pop, things like that for Fall Fest when we have call outs for things. Going to our Give Back Days, which isn't
Oh,
really
right.
volunteering, but it's, a way to give back to the school and just be a part of it.
Great, and I would encourage any, family to reach out and check in with the teacher too, and just see, is there something that maybe you could help with? And that would be an opportunity for the teacher maybe to even ask if they need something and can send it home.
Yeah, we try to make it known in many ways, Facebook, whatever. I was just thinking of last year we lined up signs for the teachers when they came in. That was something that people could have just dropped off on their own. No background check, no anything. So just little things. There's usually things if you keep an eye out for ways to help.
Great, thank you. I'm going to turn it back over to Mr. Martinez.
Yeah, so you mentioned Fall Fest, which is one of the big events. Do you want to give some details about Fall Fest for this weekend? And then are there any other events coming up in the near future?
Sure. So Fall Fest is Sunday. It's going to be downtown Valparaiso, right at that Central Park Plaza. It's from 1 to 5. You need a ticket to get admitted. That's all online. You can have a household pass. That's everybody in your house, so you can save money that way. Ticket sales are going to end tonight at midnight. And then you can buy them at the event, but the price will be a little bit higher. So get them now. It helps us to know our numbers and encourage you to come. You can see our lovely shirts that we're wearing, maybe. This beautiful shade was highly requested, so we went with it. And these will be available at the Fall Fest, so that's where you pick them up. If you can't pick them up that day, we're going to arrange something next week, but that's also where you'll tie-dye them. The tie-dye this year is not black. It's been black, I think, every year except for the year it was the bleach. So it's going to be an exciting color. You'll have to come to find out. We're going to have a band. We're going to have laser tag. We're going to have lots of yummy food. We have a bake walk, chili contest, a lot going on for Fall Fest. So that will be a really fun time. Rain or shine, bring your ponchos if you need to.
It's covered, the pavilion's
There's a covered
so-
pavilion and the stage. We're hoping for the best with that. And then any other events, so if you can't make that, or if you can, we have another fall event coming up. It's the Sunday, October 24 from 3 to 5, I believe. It's going to be at Rogers Lakewood Park. We did this before with a bonfire and hayride. This year we're adding trunk or treat. We're going to make it a trunk or treat contest to encourage participation. So that should be a lot of fun.
Eighth
So-
graders will be selling s'mores and hot dogs that day.
There you go. So fundraising for the 8th grade DC trip, right? And just a nice, fun fall time. Costumes will be encouraged. And I think the hayride is $1, but other than that, things are free. So we'll be sending out information about that soon. We'll also be doing our Maryland's Pie fundraiser soon. They will be coming up in the next couple of weeks. You'll see a lot of information about that. That's a great fundraiser for us, and it comes out, you get your pies just in time for the holidays. You can freeze them. It's a good fundraiser. We also have a give back at BB's Bites, which is best pizza around, on October 13. That is the day we have a e-learning day as well, so you could maybe sneak in a lunch, I don't know, and dinner. So keep that one in mind as well.
Well, the PAC events are always memorable and exciting and fun for everyone, so
One
thank you
other
for putting
event-
those on.
I wanted to mention was DAO we have in the
In the
spring. We don't
future.
have a date for that yet. That's Discover Our World, which is our adults-only spring event. And that's appetizers and drinks, which we're not sure where it will be yet, but that'll be information coming out probably in December or January, probably in March.
Yeah, usually it's in March.
Any other PAC-related news, announcements, information
Oh,
you want to share with us?
Yes, I do. So the next meeting is going to be October 7, and that meeting's a big meeting because we are voting for our treasurer that day. Both the bios are online. We have 2 great candidates. You can come in and vote that morning in the lobby between 7:45 and about 8:20. And then that will be all sealed up, and then we'll return that ballot box again in the afternoon. People can come in and vote at the actual meeting, which will be after drop-off around 4 o'clock. And we'll tally them up and announce the winner that day. So please come to that meeting. It's very important.
Any other announcements and information you want to share?
I think not. I can't think of any at this time.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. I think one thing is sure and certain is that the efforts that PAC makes really helps us with building our sense of community here at Discovery. So it's a very important piece,
Thank you.
here over the years. So we appreciate all of it.
Absolutely. And feel free to reach out to Lisa and I. I feel like our names are out there on the website, on Facebook, that Facebook Families page. It's a really good resource. So get on it if you're not.
You know, there is one more thing that I would like to talk about, and that's our script program.
Oh, right.
That is a great way to give back to Discovery and the things that you do every single day. So get gas, go to lunch, go grocery shopping, anything you could think of, any store you go to, run to Target, run to Walmart, you can get script cards for, or you can go online and download an app called Raise Right, and you can literally download most of the gift cards you can download on your phone and use like in real time. But we get anything from 2% all the way up to 25% back around the holidays and from different vendors. It's local vendors that we have, and then also you can get Disney script. There's so many different options for that. So really a great opportunity for everybody to give back, an easy way to raise money for our school.
Good point.
Mrs. Moore, anything else?
Nope, I'm just excited to see everyone at Fall Fest this weekend on Sunday, 1 to 5. Hope to see you there.
Me too.
Well, thank you to our guests, and thank you to those of you who are viewing us at home. And we look forward to seeing you next time at Discovery Dialogue.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Good?